All right, let's see if you guys can guess what we are working on today. Why in the world would we hang up a sheet?
When we got the house, we ordered this type of front door with the house, and it's a metal door with a wood core, and it comes pre-primed, but we never actually took the time to paint it. And the primer is just a flat primer, so it grabs all the dirt and everything that touches it. So we're tired of cleaning the door and tired of cleaning the primer, so we're going to go ahead and paint it.
Alright, the little boys just came in and said they found a rattler snake underneath a log down there while we're getting this door ready. So we were just gonna grab a shovel, but Cameron's yelling for us to get the shotgun, so we'll go ahead and grab that. Carrie, you stay here and protect Catchy.
Don't touch the movie.
Grandma's gun.
That Daddy just cleaned.
And what happened, Campton? Tell me.
A big snake under a log.
Who found it?
Jason.
Oh my gosh, how did they even see that?
Jason did. He has a knife for that, just like Steve.
Oh, that's a pygmy.
Yeah.
I thought it was a rattler.
You're shooting it again?
Yeah.
Could still be alive.
No, he's dead. No, he's separated. I don't know where here's the head. He could have easily been killed with a shovel. I thought it was an actual rat, like someone found a eastern diamondback.
We weren't sure. Well, heck no.
That's our third pygmy rattler on this property.
I'd say that's pretty good for a little over a year, only 3.
Man, shotgun is definitely
Okay.
easy way to dispense of a snake.
I should have bought my gun. I'll hold one.
All right, we finally got the door prepped and taped up. Took a lot longer than we thought. Plus, we had to stop in the middle and kill a snake.
Yeah, we had to clean it normally.
So we are getting ready. Matt is going to be the one to do it. I'm going to show him the can. I'm going to spray it this pistachio color. I think it's going to turn out great. You know, the colors inside my house, the kitchen is always like well, it's supposed to be eventually a bright white and apple green, and then the rest of the house, teal is the only accent color we have. So teal obviously would probably clash with the blue of the house. So jokingly in the story I mentioned to Matt, maybe we should do it like bright red or green, and he's like, oh, those will look good. So we chose the best green color they had in spray paint. Yeah, it should probably be, you know, white or some kind of cream, but where's the fun in that? So we're going to do it and see how it turns out.
Okay, ready?
Set 8 to...
I know, you ready?
Yeah. I love it. I already love it. That's it, I want the whole kitchen that color. Oh, I really like it. I like it better than my curtains. It's much more subtle, but still clean and bright, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Something cheap that you can do to spruce up your house and give you a fresh, nice feeling is painting your door. And it looks like Matt has been able to make one can do about the entire one side of a door. So I think it's a good thing we got 4 cans. Should be the perfect number. It looks good. Of course, everything with fresh paint on it looks so good.
And you know, and I'll tell you, the reason we're choosing the spray paint is, like I said earlier, this is a metal door with a wood core, and metal doors come out looking a lot better, and the paint adheres a lot better with a metal spray paint than it does with brushes, because with a brush the paint, especially latex paint, doesn't adhere good. It peels and chips easy. And it leaves lots of brush marks. Whereas this on the metal door will have no brush marks whatsoever. It'll adhere really, really, really good. And then it should never, it probably will not peel off. It might ding or chip off if somebody scratched it or something. It won't peel off, and there'll be no brush marks. What do you think, babe? That's looking pretty good, huh?
It looks great. I mean, I definitely thought it was going to be, I kind of thought it was going to come out darker, and I think inside the house, on the side inside the house, it's definitely going to look darker.
I'd say right. That's dead on.
It's dead on.
All right, pretty much done with the first coat. And I would say I pretty much used 2 whole cans. So we're gonna let that bake in the sun real good, dry for a while in this wind, and then we'll come out here and flip it over and do the other side.
We didn't videotape it and tell you the other day, but the doorknob that came with it jammed the other day, and we actually had to go in through the windows because there was nothing we could do. Like Cameron and the kids were inside, Matt and I and the baby were outside, and Cameron, there was nothing he could do to get it open.
Yep.
So we had to take it apart, and we've been out without a doorknob for a couple days, or it's been like a dummy doorknob.
Basically,
And
the doorknob was, or somehow the latch mechanism in the doorknob was completely jammed, locked open, and it would not undo. Something like that.
so we looked at Walmart, and we checked Lowe's and Home Depot, and just weren't too happy with the prices for what they had. And I really wanted it a little more fancy. If I was going to pay the same price and I could get one a little bit more fancy, I wanted to do that. So Matt found a nice one on Amazon for a good deal. So we'll show you that when it's all pretty and finished.
This takes spray paint to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
These are worth, this is actually much more expensive than the one I was going to get at Walmart. The one at Walmart's like $2. This one was like $6. But you could tell it was a lot bigger, sturdier, and better quality, and like it might lock on the can better. It's worth its weight in gold. This takes your $3 or $4 or even $5 can of spray paint and makes it worth $10, $12, $15, how good you can paint, versus doing it like this with your finger.
We'll just keep that thing tucked away.
Yeah.
For other odd jobs we might end up doing.
This makes your paint job come out much better quality, and makes your paint much more consistent, and it's easier on your hand.
Big Daddy is working on the second coat. It is looking absolutely fantastic. Having some sloppy joes tonight, and then I just made up I just tried a new bun recipe from Pinterest. They look like they're gonna taste amazing, and I was like, I really would like to have just one more side. And oh yeah, we have a garden full of stuff. So I ran out there, grabbed a zucchini that hopefully is not going to be too tough, some squash, and some green tomatoes. And I'm just going to cut them all up and saute them all together with a little bit of garlic. And I'm sure it's going to turn out great.
What you making over here, Molly?
I'm making a side for dinner to go with sloppy joes. We were taking a little rest, so I went and picked a few things from the garden out in the rain.
Yummy. All right, here it is. There's the door finished. This beautiful pistachio color. Is that right?
Yeah, shockingly, yes.
It looks great. It'll look even more better when the walls, when the door's framed in all around, and the backsplash in the kitchen and everything's done. So there's our pretty door. We were just inside reading a story before bed, and Cameron came out here to do some chores and saw there's a double rainbow right over our mountain. Look at that. We can see the whole arch and everything.
Maybe that's why they
That's God's promise, remember? Don't hit the wall. You don't want to like push into it or anything. Oh my goodness. I need help?
Oh, that's classy.
That is adorable! 11 o'clock, Matt and I are exhausted. We just finished doing our backsplash. What do you think? We're loving it. And we'll talk more about other plans for the kitchen later. But right now, we're going to bed. Running a fever.
And one or two. Fever? Everybody's running a fever.
Haven't posted much lately.
Look at this.
Everybody's sick. I'll tell you why in a little while. We have not filmed for days. We have been super sick. We found a new church that we absolutely love, and we went there 3 Sundays, and then the 4th Sunday they started it was a 4-day conference, and we went to that, and it was fantastic. It was absolutely wonderful, but exhausting because you're there late every night. It was exhausting, and so we got exposed to a lot more germs than we're used to. Totally worth it to find this church though. So we are all sick as dogs right now. It's been at least 1 full week of snot and coughing and hacking and spitting up and puking in their beds at night and cough attacks in their beds at night and sore throats, not eating. So that's where we're at right now. We have pretty much not seen the garden in a week or 2, except for just kind of glancing by it, and things are huge out there, probably too big to eat, because I think they get woodier and the seeds get bigger with the bigger the squash gets. So sometime we'll have to take you out there and show what it looks like when you don't set foot in there for 2 weeks. Other than that, right now we're going to try gather ourselves up and go to town and do laundry, because like I said, we have tons of bedding that has been, you know, snotted in and thrown up in, and if it doesn't get washed it's going to get moldy, so we've got no choice but to pull it together and go to town for a little while. So hopefully we'll feel better soon, and we'll talk to you soon.